All right, episode 57's done.
Yes.
This will be the last one for a few weeks because I'm headed to Philippines and Singapore.
Yeah.
Back on the 14th. We might do a podcast that weekend or save it till the next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Although we're kind of busy that next weekend too. We got that event. We do it on Sunday. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
Cool.
In the meantime, check out our GTA 5 sessions. We're almost done. They're gonna be on time release, so
Yeah.
you can check them out.
It'll be out.
It'll be out, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gone, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Merchandise.
Yeah, shop.gladmyfair.com. Pick up some teas on Teespring. Support the podcast. We also got Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Socratic Gamers. Yeah.
Very cool.
Like, share, subscribe, comment.
All that good stuff.
This song is called White Lines by My American Heart. It's about travel.
Oh,
That's why I chose it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Because you're going on the white lines. That's all they see, just white lines on the road. Yeah. But yeah, here we go.
All right, cool.
2, 1, and we're back with another episode of Socratic Gamers. This is episode 57, last of the weekly roundup. Not last ever, but like last before we go on our hiatus. I think I get back on the 14th from my trip, so we'll do one either that weekend or the weekend after.
Right.
Yeah, or it might. Yeah, we'll see what we do about that one. But yeah, this is a regular episode where we talk about 5 things from the week that we thought were kind of cool, and just dissect them in the usual manner that we always do.
Yes.
So first on the docket, what you got, Vish?
So the title, I guess what you call like a title of the article, Sabotage. So who
Nice.
did the sabotaging?
Isn't that a game? Sabotage?
I don't know. Could be.
All right.
So like Elon Musk sent out an email to his
Mm-hmm.
employees that someone attempted sabotage at Tesla,
Okay.
and he was like changing codes in the manufacturing and
Oh
like
snap! Dun, 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 dun.
selling information, they believe.
But who would they sell the information to? Because didn't he put them as like open codes?
No.
Or didn't he put his schematics on the?
Only certain things.
Oh,
Whatever's, not the whole thing.
I thought he put the whole thing out there, and he's like, "Copy us." Remember that? He's
Yeah,
like,
but in certain ways, there's certain areas they can figure it out themselves. You know what I mean? So I
Oh,
guess some
interesting,
stuff,
okay.
yeah, or maybe like how they do the manufacturing
Right.
could
okay.
be something that they're on, right? Because it's a test, but like that could be like some of the stuff.
Right. Okay.
But I don't know if like how long that lasted for. You know what I mean?
Like how much information he got out?
Yeah.
Could have been years.
No, I mean like when Tesla did it, like how long it's supposed to be kind of valid for. I don't know how that really works.
Like their code?
Could be.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, one of my classmates from university, he said he was going to specialize in that because he was a software programmer.
Yeah.
And I remember I read about it in a textbook, and then he actually told me like, oh, I think we were talking about like handcuffing and lockpicking because he was going to take a lockpicking course. I'm like, oh, like why are you going to take a lockpicking course?
Yeah.
Like that's so awesome. And he's like, yeah, you could be a white hat hacker. So there's like black hat hackers and white hats, and the black hat is the one who is like the illegal one, but like companies will hire a white hat hacker,
Yeah.
which is like a person who is meant to hack the system,
Okay.
or like try and get in, like they're paid by the company to break their security systems. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he's saying here by quotes, damaging sabotage to our operations, and then send large amounts of highly sensitive data to third parties.
Dun, 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 dun.
So the employee has been questioned by Tesla, and Musk says that they're continuing to investigate whether the employee was working with others too. We don't know. Could have been.
Oh,
That's
no,
shit,
background checks. It's like the GTA 5 game.
Yeah.
Remember when he like got in there?
So yeah, Musk said it was in the email that he sent out. It was like he questioned whether Wall Street short sellers and oil and gas companies, or the multitude of gas and diesel car company competitors may have been involved.
Oh no! Wow.
Right. So this are actual direct competitors that are like, and like, because not that long ago, like the Tesla was known as the most shorted
Shorted stock.
short sell stock, whatever.
Mhm.
And then recently they lost $1 billion
Oh, okay.
because from what Elon said in that one interview, and like how they've reached their Model 3, or almost reaching their 5,000 a week, or I think they have reached now.
Okay.
That that itself affected their stock went up, so that affects the short stock. So they
Okay,
lost
yeah.
like $1 billion, right? So it could be those guys are
Trying to make their money back.
Yeah,
I got you.
trying to do something like that. So
Holy, yeah.
so there's he said like if they're willing to cheat on about their emissions, maybe they're willing to cheat on other ways.
Oh, touche, which is not
He's calling
uncommon.
them out. Yeah, exactly.
Not uncommon. It's sort of like the GTA 5 game.
Yeah.
Like how it's like a gang. Like I said this on the one yesterday, but like it's like very gangstery. You know, like because you're following the goings on of like gang mob people in the GTA 5. And it's like it's very like business oriented because like how could we not expect them to do those same things that like lying, cheat, and steal?
Yeah, true. So yeah, we don't. And then like a few days later, I found out that Tesla sues the guy.
No way.
For hacking, theft, and leaking to the press and stuff. I don't know. That's still going through. Yeah, they just started to
$1 billion.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be huge, right?
It has to be done.
They got to figure out what exactly was stolen and how much that's really worth in the long run, kind of thing. So, they could. This guy's career is done. So
yeah, it's over. And he's gonna owe money. He's gonna be working at like I don't even know if he'll be able to work at.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone will trust him anymore.
No, but I mean like even at like McDonald's or something, he'll have to like he'll have to check mark the box of recently incarcerated.
Oh, they gave out the name too.
Of the guy?
Yeah.
Sad life.
Yeah, it says Tesla's lawsuit names Martin Tripp, a former process technician at the company's Gigafactory in Nevada, as the defendant.
That's game over.
Tesla claims the unlawful hack the company, confidential, top trade secrets, information, such and such.
All your life's done.
Yeah. So.
Well, he should get on YouTube or something, you know.
Yeah.
Probably get famous that way.
Maybe.
You know. He starts teaching people how to fix things online or code things online.
I don't know. Yeah. This is crazy. I was like, well,
it's different.
Already because they're doing well, then this kind of information. 'Cause at the same time, actually, what happened was they don't know if it was related, but there was also a fire that started in one of the plants. Part of a plant. No,
he set the fire.
Well, they don't know. Like, could it be that, or it's just a coincidence? Because they have had fires before, but again, all happening at the same time.
Ooh.
Could it be the same guy? I don't know.
Wow, this guy's like really going hard. I hope the people that paid that guy are paying that guy really well, because your career's done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless he goes to like Europe or something, like a completely different country where they will never know who he is. You know what I mean? Spain.
Well, people-wise, no, but I think when he's applying for jobs
in the industry, yeah, of course, yeah. That's a shame. Yeah. So you got anything else?
No, that was it. That was what I wanted to talk about a little bit.
Speaking of amazing technology, well, looks like we're getting a space force.
Oh yeah.
I admittedly I didn't do any research past seeing memes and seeing a little bit of that announcement.
Yeah.
But I think it's crazy that like we're heading in that direction finally, because that one meme that I posted where it's like Dave Chappelle, he was saying that he's like, who cares about this crisis? It's about MARS, Mars. We're going to Mars. You know what I mean? It's like, it's totally like that was kind of like an Elon joke. Plus at the same time, it's you know, we're like our president's actually saying it now. You know, we're getting a space force.
Well, that's not the same thing, though.
No, I know, but we're going into space. Like in the joke, it's that he's like, why are we looking at social crises and stuff? Just focus on space. Right. Next frontier. Yeah, it's funny because it's like, that's really looks like it's gonna happen. You know.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. You know anybody like that'd be a hard mission. It's like, what would you even do? You know, would you fly around in there and like battleships and shoot them or?
I don't know,
like,
man.
what do you mean by
does he know
Space
something
Force?
about aliens? I don't know. Are they
Is it
coming?
like a marketing thing? Is like who's really gonna? You know what I mean? Like what?
I'm not even sure. Yeah, like
You know, like what's the
probably-
technology? We don't have any jets that could fly around in space, like
Yeah.
like the X-wing fighters. We don't
Right.
have any of that.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
maybe
if
we
this
do,
pushes us to get into researching and making these sort of ships,
yeah,
I'm like, oh,
but at the same time, it's like then who else is going to be focusing on Space Force? Other countries like Russia, North Korea, you
yeah,
know, like
yeah.
all those like
But like but
China.
but
so
yeah,
it's like,
but if they do it, America will be the one to put the most money in, right? And they'll just-
for sure. But it's like that. It
Create
sounds
this
more
tech.
like because they're like, oh, we're going to protect you from things in space, but it's more like we're going to use space warfare now. You know, seems like it.
Right.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting. Like if we get I heard that I was listening to like different ways. There's a TED Talk podcast, and they were saying like different ways that you can protect Earth from an asteroid.
Yeah.
And it's like the most effective way is to send like a small satellite and just place it near the asteroid, and that will push it off course just enough.
Oh yeah.
You know, to like
Oh,
avoid
yeah, I heard
Earth.
that one. Yeah.
But like with all that, it's funny because like back then Armageddon, like movies like Armageddon, Deep Impact, like our biggest fear was like a rock coming from space to like destroy us, right?
Yeah.
But then after listening to I forgot his name, the guy Solar Flares, not John Anthony West. I feel so bad that I forgot your name.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Michael Shermer. No.
No. That's like
a different guy.
that's a different guy.
But whatever.
He was on Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Robert Schock. Thank
There-
you,
there.
memory. Yeah, Robert Schock was talking about like it's not the asteroid you want to worry about; it's the solar flare
Right.
because there's no stopping that. It's going to fry all of our technology. You know, but it's weird how like if you read things like the Bible, they all have like an Armageddon. Like Revelations at the end of the Bible is all about the Armageddon, the end of the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, these things. Like it's ingrained into our psyche and
Yeah.
our like social lore. Is it that it's happened in the past, or is it just like a big fear that we all harbor? You know,
For what?
for like the end of the world.
Yeah, maybe it's just a big fear.
We just fear death so much that we think like
I
what's
think,
the
yeah,
worst
we
case
can-
scenario?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about. So what you got next?
So this is just a little something I think we talked about when we were kids, when we were younger.
Oh yeah, you were saying this before, and I was like trying to think about it.
Like I don't think you would
reality,
have.
video
Yeah.
games,
No.
Jet propulsion.
Because
superpowers.
No.
Wait,
There's something to do with video games, but it's not.
Okay.
It's not that.
I just like to say, when we were growing up, and then every birthday, so like in one of my tests for asking for things.
Yeah.
So, in the wish thing, when you blow out the candles, you get like one wish.
Mhm.
Every year it would always be like, give me superpowers, right? and then they're like, oh, if you just pray to God for something, you'll get it. So I kept saying like, just give me superpowers.
Yeah.
Maybe he gave me an innocuous superpower of like thinking, that's kind of a
Okay.
cop out, but
Right.
like it's just like because even in the Bible, if you ask God's name, if you ask in God's name for something,
Yeah.
then you will get it.
Right.
Jesus said that multiple times, and it's like, where are my superpowers, bro? I've been waiting. So when you said like something I've been asking for as a kid, I was like, oh man, finally it's coming.
Well, let's do the video games. Because I remember like when you used to play, you had an Xbox,
yeah.
and I had like a PlayStation.
Oh, let me guess. Cross compatibility of platforms.
Yes, it is.
Thank you,
slowly coming.
Jesus, I asked
But there's
for
someone
this.
that's really yeah. There was like a video because of the game Minecraft.
Wait, pause. Can I say thank you, Jesus, because I'm Catholic?
Yeah, why not? I don't know.
Because I mean, like, what are the criteria for being Catholic, right? Belief. That's pretty much it. That's all they really ask you for. But I went above and beyond that. I went to the Vatican. I read the whole Bible.
Does he believe in the Vatican?
No, actually, in Matthew,
Yeah.
Matthew's Gospel, Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, he says you should worship me in secret. The people that worship me in public are hypocrites. Just saying.
Okay.
Jesus said that. I didn't say that. Matthew, Sermon on the Mount.
Oh.
Look it up.
So yeah, So in this Minecraft thing, they made a video, both Nintendo and Microsoft,
Okay.
that they use cross-platform.
Okay.
And there's, I think, other games that are coming, possibly even Fortnite that we're playing right now.
Okay.
But the only one that's not involved and just having a lot of backlash to is PlayStation.
Oh.
They're the ones who are still like, I don't really want to do this.
Because you get a lot of money from because you know why? Because all the other systems are failing. PlayStation's the one that's amazing right now.
Right. But I think that this move by both Microsoft and Nintendo is having an impact
Wait,
on...
is it going to be a merger?
No, it's more like you can have any platform you want.
Okay.
Whatever game you play.
Uh-huh.
Like, so I like, PlayStation, you may have liked Xbox or whatever, right?
Okay. I was an Xbox
you play
guy.
because we play the same games, but we like different platforms.
Yeah.
But we can still play in the same universe.
You know what's weird?
Same, like, because you could do that.
The Xbox is for North American kids, right? Like, it's like, oh, I want to play football, basketball, and like...
Right, they just focus on Madden and everything.
But then, like, because I went to like that high school that I went to, it was weird to be like into anime.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't get the PS4 because it's like, oh yeah, like I didn't want to be that kid who like got the weird PS4 and then was into like anime Japanese
the PS3.
games.
It wasn't because I didn't really like anime.
PS3, yeah, not PS4, yeah.
I didn't really like anime that much. Right, I think I only watched was Bleach.
Yeah,
but I think it's just the games that were coming out that I liked.
Yeah, but I was like pressured by, But then on the down low, I didn't even know that those other kids were like secret anime lovers. I went to a predominantly black high school.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and they love that anime. They love their Naruto.
That's true. Yeah,
right. It's like but back in the day, it was like,
talked about
yeah,
this is it's not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool. Yeah, I was like, yeah, guys, watch some Naruto when I get home, and they're like, ew. We play basketball. I'm like, damn, I gotta get that Xbox now.
Right. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what PlayStation. I think PlayStation now has to kind of show that they do. They might be pressured into doing this. Yeah.
Maybe. Because
I think if the competition is doing it and this could actually affect them because even though they have good games,
affect PlayStation or
yeah, this could actually affect them. I think. Because if people are buying it,
so wait, how does it work though? Because remember our only obstacle we were talking about before for this was that like the code has to be similar, but you have different platforms using different codes.
You can still do it. We can play PC games. Everyone's got different graphics cards.
No, but you have to create every time.
Yeah.
To be cross-platform.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like
it's not. It's already being done.
Okay. What do you mean?
I mean, like Microsoft's already doing it. You could do it with Fortnite, but PlayStation, if you had a PlayStation account, you can't do it because PlayStation isn't allowing that.
Oh, so it's only for the cross-platform games?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was for every
game.
You
mean like you buy whatever game?
Oh, no. That's sick.
No. But I'm like, if I buy...
No, I understand you. I understand.
Like, because this is online, right?
I thought it was just...
Whatever CD you buy?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. I thought it was like every game becomes all cross-platform games. So you can play any game off
Well, they have to start allowing it.
The hell does that
No, they have to start allowing it, right?
Yeah, I get you.
What I'm saying, it's...
so basically...
It was talked about, and there were little bits of this happening already, and then it's just PlayStation... Because now officially there's like something...
Oh, so I don't see why PlayStation would stop that. I thought it was gonna stop the PlayStation exclusives.
No, it won't stop the PlayStation exclusives. No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm saying.
So why wouldn't they just jump on board?
But they're not because I think they want to have. I think they're still. I think they're still talking about it,
right.
And they see that there's a lot of backlash that's happening because of this Fortnite game that you couldn't play.
Oh, it's because
on
Fortnite?
Switch. Yeah, I think Fortnite caused a lot of problems.
Is this game even good? Like, do you like Fortnite?
Not really.
I know, right? Like it's.
But this is the number one game though right now.
Why do people like it? I don't get why people like it.
I don't know. It's free. First of all, it's free.
Okay, well, it's free.
And it's like a battle royale kind of thing. Like it's like PUBG. It was like a copy of PUBG but more childish.
But I guess like people, like you have to just. It's like what kind of games do you like? Because my shooters, I love first-person shooters. I do not like third-person shooters because you get less precision.
Yeah.
And also it's like. It seems kind of kiddie.
It does.
It's like I don't get why it's so popular.
Well, it's because the kids are playing it because they don't have to buy it, right? They don't have to tell their parents to buy anything.
I think there's
But
like
they've made a lot of money. It's not so they make money based like you buy like outfits and things like that,
Okay.
and they've made already like
yeah,
100 million
I
and
saw
something.
like Thanos or something. You play
Yeah,
Thanos
and they
insane.
doing like deals like that. I
Yeah.
think that they're just
But you know, it's got like a social stigma still, like video games, in certain like certain people.
yeah.
You know, like we're on the type that like I think like people who think people play video games and stuff, they only just do that. You know, like they're, you know, like but a lot of people play video games. That's why I like to see a lot of fighters playing video games now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's like it's breaking the social stigma. But I was at this party one time, and this guy was like, we were talking about video games. He's like, yeah, I like this, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man. And then he's like, yeah, I play a lot of Fortnite. And then this other guy started ripping him hard.
Oh,
Like,
no.
God. No. Sorry. He said to me that he likes Fortnite,
Uh-huh.
and then the other guy started ripping Fortnite. He didn't hear that he played
Oh,
Fortnite. So it's like, but then the guy. I don't want to bait out a scene and be like,
well, yeah, there
"Don't
was
you
there,
play
there
Fortnite?"
was like
And there's like, oh, this stupid thing that these kids play now.
yeah, when Fortnite just started to get like the attraction, there was like a lot of memes like, oh, they're just a copy of PUBG.
No, but it's like
Like
the
that.
adults level because I was like around. I wasn't around kids. You know, I was like
Yeah,
around.
right.
adults.
A lot of adults play this.
Yeah, I know, which is weird because it's like maybe it's good. I mean, I haven't tried it.
I mean,
I'm watching you play right now, but
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. It is like number one up there on Twitch now. They've taken over.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Like PUBG is not as.
I don't know why there's so much resistance to video games. You know what I mean? It's like everything's in moderation. You know, people are like, oh no, I like to like exercise my fantasy by reading a book. It's like, yeah, good luck with
Yeah,
that.
that was like 100 years ago. Bro.
I know, right? Like, yo, keep up with the times. Like, you haven't played any video games that have amazing stories like Last of Us, you know,
Exactly.
Uncharted.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's what I want. Places to keep.
back like people stigmatize books. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, your head's in the clouds all day.
Mhm.
Farm with me.
Yeah.
You know.
True. I don't know.
I think if they introduce universal basic income, like you'll have like the artists like making stuff, which will be like I'd fall in that category.
Right.
But you'd also have a bunch of people that would just sit at home and play all day,
Yeah.
which wouldn't be a bad thing.
I mean, you should stream at the same time if you want to make it.
That's true, but then if everyone's a streamer, it's like
Well, it's already trying to happen, right?
that's true. It is. Yeah, it's true. I mean, we're streaming right now. You know what it is? It's the connectivity and the ability to be heard, right? Because like
Yeah.
back then, it's like all my ideas would only be shared with you, but now you can share them with the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think like that ability to give yourself a voice is like empowering to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Although to the purists who don't find that empowering, you know, that I feel like that's weird to me too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, well, why do you hate on the fact that other people just want to share ideas with other like-minded people? Why would we limit our like discussion to people that don't think like you?
Yeah.
You know, that'd be kind of bad as well, because then it's like if we don't have this like connective pool, then like if I shared my idea and nobody that lived around me agreed with me, I'd be the pariah. I'd be like kicked out. You know, they'd be like, oh, why are you thinking like this?
Yeah.
But then online, but that's also a bad thing too, because then you can get extremists. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
it's it's a touchy, sensitive subject.
Yeah.
But I think we're going through the growing pains of it right now.
Mm.
Like online dating. When I was a kid, and then you heard about online dating, you're like, ew, that's so weird. And then like now I hear
It's
like,
quite popular now.
I know, right? Then I hear like other people talking about like, oh, online dating's so like cool, whatever. And you're like, oh,
I
that
think there's
changed.
still a stigma though.
No,
for
it's
that.
no. In our generation, yes, but like Tara's sister was talking about it.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like I wouldn't mind online. I'm like, whoa, that's like when I heard that, I was like, whoa, I didn't think that way when I was your age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was thinking that's weird, but it's because the technology wasn't there yet. You know, but like now, like another
Yeah.
good example is like some people, some like girls I know are like, oh, there was a couple of people that said that, but it was a weird thing to say. You know, but now like
Yeah, now
open-mindedness is really growing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting to see what kind of world we live in. Like even some of the jokes that you and I say, like I feel so outdated not outdated, but I feel so like from a different era.
Yeah.
Because we'll laugh about it, and then now it's like SJW, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't say that because a lot of people, and you're like, it's a joke though.
Yeah.
Are we gonna nerf the entire world? We can't do that.
That's true.
But I mean, there's a limit. I heard this one question of like free speech versus hate speech.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't think the person I was listening to ever came to the conclusion about it. But they said in Canada there's a differentiation between free speech and hate speech. So we actually have a law for it.
Yeah. But it's hard to
break it.
No. It's hard to know what is that though, right? Like,
I know. Yeah.
How do you tell what is
free speech?
I think we talked about this before, but yeah, what is
free
like?
speech.
Where's that line?
We have laws against it though, so like you can go to jail for it.
Yeah, I know, but
I
like
just don't
what
know
are
those laws? But that's like
I
saying
think
like
it's hard
anything,
to
like we drive, so we know the laws of the road. But nobody really gets educated unless you took like civics. But
Yeah.
even that, like, so
no,
did you?
even in there,
did-
like I mean the laws. Yeah.
Yeah, so
like even in laws, so there's it's
things we don't know.
Yeah, but it's like, where are the rules? How do we know what the
No,
exact
but
rules
what
are?
I'm saying is like laws are so like buried that's why you need lawyers, because if you don't know the law, you could be breaking it. Like we don't know.
Right,
We're not
yeah,
educated in
yeah.
what we can and can't do.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like did you know that if somebody breaks, you probably know this, but if somebody breaks into your house and they get hurt, they can sue you.
Yeah, you told
But
me
it's
this,
like, bro,
yeah.
you broke into my house though. No, but they can sue you though.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I remember like I learned that in university. I was like, whoa, that's a trip. Like, but you broke into my house. But my professor is saying that like, yeah, usually what happens is like the lesser of two evils. Like you'll both sue each other, but then they'll end up owing you more. Or like I just read this because like I was asked like because I teach martial arts, so it's like what is what do you call that? Not non-lethal, but like what is like use, like what's the force you can use,
Right.
like the legal limit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that all fights, when I read it online, all fights will go to litigation.
Right.
So if you defend yourself, like what's considered self-defense, if you hit me and I fight you back, we're both going to sue each other,
Mhm.
but then it's up to the judge who figures out who's in the wrong.
Yeah.
And most of the time, the judge will side with the person that got hit first.
Right.
But you're still going to have to go to litigation.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we get in a bar fight and I beat you up because I was protecting myself,
Yeah.
like I have to go to jail. Not jail, but I have to go to like court to defend my point of view.
Okay.
I
Mhm.
think that's kind of ridiculous. It should be like, well, what happened? And then you should be able to know right away. Like who hit me shouldn't have the right to get like a lawyer and then like defend the fact that I
Yeah.
hit him. It's like, dude, you hit me first. Yeah. It's a weird world. Got any more on that cross-platform gaming?
No, I mean, I just think that it's now PlayStation's move, what they're going to say.
Yeah, hopefully they side with jumping on the bandwagon on that one. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like that.
I think they'll need to. It'll
Yeah.
probably be happening in the next generation versus
Nice.
this generation.
Oh,
maybe.
so they'll have like some sort of compatibility? Like they'll build it into the system?
Something like that, I guess.
You
I
said
don't know.
we're coming upon a new era of gaming, right? Like every 5 years we get a new system.
Yeah. Maybe 5-6 years now. That's
So
how it
how
was.
many
That's
years
how
is
it
it?
used to be. It's almost 4, maybe almost 5 now, I think.
Oh,
and
nice.
so it'll be in another couple year, or they'll have to announce it. Then it'll come out a year
Nice.
later or something.
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I'm
already know
excited.
they're working on one. So
I'm excited. That'd
Yeah.
be cool. But it's like maybe they'll just integrate like heavy VR into it, you know?
yeah, they might. I think they will.
Because like where are you gonna go with this? Our new system has even better graphics than the ones before. It's like, bro, did you not see the new Last of Us trailer? I was amazed.
Yeah, well, it'll be better than that.
I know, but it's like, holy crap, how far are we going?
We're going all the way
Yeah.
to realism.
But it's weird because like then you yearn for like games like this where it's like
Yeah, this still works. See, this.
No,
this
I know, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like your mind, like there's a limitation to how real it can get.
Yeah.
You know, it's more about the gameplay now because we
Mm.
know graphics. Like we've already got a standard limit for graphics.
Yeah.
You know, even this is like kind of cartoony, but it's like this looks like a good game to my eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So next we got Unsolved.
What's that?
It's the new The new not documentary, dramatization on Netflix.
Okay.
With Tupac. They're trying to solve Tupac and Biggie's murder. And yeah, it's really good. We're currently on episode 4 right now. Yeah, episode 4. And it's got me hooked. I haven't been this hooked in a long time. I remember I was like watching the first episode. I was like, okay, and then I was like, oh damn, it's getting good. Oh damn, it's getting good. Oh damn, it's getting good.
Yeah.
I think it's because we already feel for these characters.
Yeah, we know so much too about them.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's seeing it in this way, at different times too, is like it's really interesting how they're doing it.
For sure. Like the way they've like filmed it. Obviously, we care, but like All Eyes on Me. I tried watching that, couldn't finish it. I was like, oh, this is not for me.
Yeah, it was on Netflix, right? I think
these eyes aren't for me. But I think the craziest takeaway from that whole thing that I've gotten so far is that I did not know that Tupac was only 25 when he died.
24. He died when he was 24, and Tupac was 25. Biggie was 24.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, like, because now that I'm 29, 30, you're like 30 something. It's like, it's crazy to think that like we're older than them, and it's like at this age I'm like, oh, I'm starting to feel more mature.
Yeah,
you know. But like when I was 25, I had no idea what was going on. Like, how can you ask a kid? Because a lot of people are like, oh, he's a prophet. You know, Tupac was a prophet. I'm like, maybe, but he's also a kid.
Yeah,
you know?
They were just kids. Yeah,
there's a reason why, like, 33 was the prime age. Like, that's when Jesus died. That's when like a lot of people, like a lot of like considered prophets would die. I don't know any like 12-year-old prophets. You know. All the philosophers were like pretty old too.
Yeah. So
it's like, I personally think like in his death we've over glorified him. Not like, I mean, that's pretty negative to say. Like,
but we generally might do that because we're like, oh, he could have been this great.
He could have been this, and like our imagination takes over. But if you actually look at historical evidence of people that have like continued on, like look at Puff Daddy, he was good, and then now how's his music?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna hit a point where your music's starting to suck. You know, so like basically all we did was we outlived, or he outlived. No, we outlived his bad years. You know, where it's like, oh, your music wasn't that good. You know, but where would he be today? You know, maybe he'll be like a Jay-Z, because Jay-Z's music is still really good. One of the few people that has like fire.
Didn't he come up with a new one?
Jay-Z's album?
With Beyonce, the Carters or something?
I don't know.
It just came out actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Apple Music?
Yep.
He hates Apple Music though.
But it's on there.
His Tidal. Yeah, I know. I'll check it out. Cool. You know, Jay-Z's so
money's
good.
there, right? Not on Tidal.
That's true. For anyone wondering, Tidal was Jay-Z's attempt at making a Apple Music version.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think they found out like they paid for fake views or something happened. I don't know.
No way.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
That's a very common marketing thing, though. Like,
no, I know, but it's like if that comes out, it just looks bad.
No, for sure. But you know, stuff like Britney Spears, they were getting marketers to write like reviews, like pretend like they were little girls who loved the music. It was like a commonly.
No, yeah, but it's just like if that comes out, especially when it's bad. It's
for
still,
sure, yeah. Exactly.
Like if it was like big, no one would care. Okay, whatever. It's still,
you know Paramore?
Good. Yeah.
So like, they
were signed on them, right? With them, or
no,
was it something else?
Something else. Paramore was that girl like early 2000s. I was a huge fan of Paramore, and then when the guitarist left, he wrote this like open letter. He was like super salty about it. But he said that initially they wanted Haley to be a pop singer.
Okay.
Because like back in the early 2000s, everyone was having a band, you know, and like they just wanted like create. Oh, My American Heart. If you guys listening, go check out that music. It was so awesome. But yeah, so Paramore came around that time where like garage bands were so big, you know. So like instead of making her a pop celebrity, they started her off as being a garage band person. It's like, oh look, we just found this amazing gospel singing girl who has an amazing voice, and like blah blah blah. Man, I want to go listen to music now. Damn. That was their initial plan to get her on the market.
Yeah.
Because then she started to go solo, right? And it's like, yeah, she's going solo because like their initial plan was make her a pop star.
Oh, okay.
So now she's doing like pop songs, you know.
Yeah.
But because they're like, well, the Britney Spears model's already done. We can't come out with another Britney Spears, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they tried the underground scene.
Oh.
Yeah, but she was signed with a major label the whole time, allegedly, according to this guy's outing email.
Okay.
But he's also really salty. But then recently, because the brother of that guy, because the two brothers left the band, and then now the brother's back in the band. So I'm like, so now it gets me thinking like, one, you sold out your brother, you sold out the guy that was salty.
Yeah.
And two, what are they paying you?
Yeah, that's true.
And everyone likes a redemption story. It's like, oh, they broke up and now they're back together to make the most amazing music of all time.
Right.
But the genre's totally switched. Like, it's like super pop now. It's like electro pop. But in the beginning, it was like emo music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. A lot of bands have a hard time trying to stick to their original sound, you know? And then I know they say, like, oh, it's because we need to evolve as people, but it's like, do you need to evolve, or are you trying to follow what's trendy? Like J. Cole was saying, you know? Where it's like, he keeps his music real no matter what.
Okay.
That's why it sounds the same. It's like that like rap gangster, not gangster. It's like that like hip hop vibe.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like you look at, it was in False Prophets, you know, that song that he put out, where he's calling out basically Kanye. He never said it was Kanye, but you look at the lyrics, it's definitely Kanye.
Okay.
How like your music changed dramatically.
Yeah.
You know, you used to talk about real things, and now you're like trying to just follow the trend. Yeah. So Tupac probably could have fallen into that trap.
Could have.
Same with Biggie.
Maybe.
Who you like better, Biggie or Tupac?
I was a Tupac fan.
Yeah. Why?
Why? I liked his
flow.
His lyrics.
Yeah, true. He's speaking real truth.
Yeah.
But like, I like Biggie.
It was the thing, you know, flow. The East Coast, West Coast, you're just kind of making.
Yeah, it's so dumb. You know that you know what that is? That's like people controlling the market.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because they were good friends. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, if you watch the.
Yeah, I knew that too, like for a long time. But that did
university.
Yeah.
And gotten your first entry level job at that age. You know, just because you're talking about like realness, it's like. But like, I don't know. They were definitely influential. It's crazy when you think that they were just children. It's true, they were just children. Like, what do you really know at 25?
That's true.
If you're like 50 and you're speaking truth, it's like, damn, you got some years on you, bro. Yeah. Because he's pretty like aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, but that's all you knew. It's sort of like 50 Cent, you know, he was really aggressive, and then he went to Africa. He's like, damn.
We weren't that poor.
Yeah, he's like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, see, yeah.
And then he started giving like all this money to Africa because he knew.
Yeah.
You know, and that's probably where. That's why, like, if he said like, "Oh, 50 cents a prophet," I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll give you that one." He's not a prophet. I'm just saying, it's like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, because he's old enough and worldly enough to have seen a bunch of things. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Did friggin' Tupac go to Sierra Leone? No, he stayed in his like ghettos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So okay. Final thoughts on that one, or?
Well, I mean, what else can you say about that? It was a great show. I think that people should watch that.
They need to remaster the music and make better songs.
Oh, who are you talking about?
The music owners of Biggie and Tupac. They should remaster it.
Remaster it?
Yeah, create some new beats and stuff. That'd be sick. Layer it. Get Rick Rubin on that. Rick Rubin is the guy who makes Jay-Z's music.
Oh, right. Well, he does...
The Yogi. He's like a...
The beard guy?
Yeah, the beard guy.
Yeah, he does Eminem too, right?
Yeah, but he does like Beastie Boys. He does like...
He does everybody.
He does everyone, yeah. He was doing like in one of the documentaries I was seeing, he was doing like a...
I knew him because I knew of his name because of Eminem. He used to talk about it in one of those skits and stuff.
Rick Rubin? Rick Rubin's a prophet, bro. He's in the book that I read, The Truth, by Neil Strauss. Neil talks to Rick Rubin for life advice. Because Rick Rubin's a freaking OG yogi.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a cool guy. All right, so philosophical question of the week. We talked something similar about this, but I have like a follow-up question.
Okay.
So is consciousness independent of the brain? Is your ability to become conscious of something, actively aware, independent of the brain?
It's dependent on the brain, I think.
It's dependent, right?
Yeah.
Because how would you have receivers in order to know that you're conscious of something?
Yeah.
I think the best explanation for this was you need a central nervous system to know something's happening. So without a central nervous system, you are not conscious of it,
Right.
right? So like good example, if I numb you and I do an operation, did you know that you were operated on? But yeah, hence why we use numbing agents, right? Okay, so now my follow-up question to that is, so we've concluded, no, you need the brain.
Yeah.
In order to know that you're conscious of something.
Yeah.
Okay. Is consciousness independent of the mind now?
Independent of the mind?
Yeah. So the brain is the physical property, and we know that without the brain you couldn't create consciousness. What was that? The RAS, reticular activating system. Her
If
chair is
that's
like so
broken,
pissed.
yeah.
She's like, don't use any of my terms. But the reticular activating system, the RAS system, if that's broken, you have a hard time coming back into wakeful consciousness from
Right.
sleep.
Yeah.
So if it's injured, if it's like hurt, you'll fall into a coma, right?
Okay.
I'm using this verbatim.
Yeah.
Because I did not Google it. And
Okay.
I'll get a lot of hate for saying it incorrectly.
Right.
Yeah. So we know that the brain is therefore dependent. The consciousness is therefore dependent on the brain.
Okay.
Because if you mess up a function in the brain,
Yeah.
you mess up consciousness. You can lose consciousness.
Okay.
So, is consciousness dependent on the mind? So the mind is a byproduct of the brain
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it?
Are they separate things, you're saying?
Are they separate things? Yeah. Is the mind and consciousness? Because like, oh, you can be conscious of something but not in mind.
So, wait, what are you asking me?
So like, can you be consciously aware of something without the mind?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Why?
Because if the mind is broken? Is that what you're saying?
No, because the brain can be broken,
Okay.
and then it messes up your perspective.
Uh-huh.
But the mind is the observer of actions and thoughts.
Okay.
Right. The mind's the thinking part.
Yeah.
So my perspective on this is you can't be conscious of anything without the mind. So the consciousness relies on both the brain and the mind. Why? Because the mind is what allows you to travel back and forth through time. So how do you even know you're conscious of something? So if you have a thought and you're like, oh, I am conscious of that, you would have had to go back into your mind. So it's sort of like the mirror, right?
Okay.
You cannot be conscious of anything unless you have the mirror showing you that something happened. The mind is the mirror to actions and events, thus allowing you to become conscious of it.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Sure.
Does it make
Yes.
sense?
I guess so.
Because it's like people are like, oh, like consciousness, like the whole universe is consciousness, and like you can go against the, like you can supersede consciousness through your brain, or you can
Supersede?
you can go past, you can perceive things through sheer consciousness outside of the mind.
Okay.
But how can you perceive things without the mind?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
So
What are they talking about? Then?
what are they talking about, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but this is where I think we get into like the mystical misunderstanding of things, and we try and romanticize this notion of consciousness, but it's like, no, if you really knew what you're talking about, it's just your mind acting on your mind.
Yeah.
Within your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You couldn't be conscious of something without the mind's ability to tell you that you're being conscious of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even on a subconscious level, it's being stored somewhere in the mind.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah. Just my clarification on it.
Okay.
So consciousness is not some mystical thing. It's just a level of the brain. It's a level of the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. That's all.
I can agree with that. It's in the mind.
Yeah,
brain.
it's all in your brain.
Yeah.
It's all a byproduct of the mind that is manufactured through the brain.
Okay.
Right. And then they'll say something like your consciousness will transcend past your body. Right? So like if you die, where does your consciousness go?
Mm-hmm.
But what consciousness?
Yeah.
Because without the brain creating it, how would it have anything to perceive?
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, where would it go? What do you mean though? You wouldn't even know if it came back.
Mm-hmm.
Because without the vessel,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to say like, oh, the consciousness left the body.
Mm-hmm.
Because your mind and your brain would have had to tell you that. Your mind would have had to tell you that, and your brain would have created the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're listening to this and you're like so confused, just like replay this part.
Many times.
Well, yeah. Makes logical sense, right?
Sure.
So when you die, your consciousness goes nowhere because your consciousness was
In your brain.
in your brain. So if the vessel dies, that's the hard news about life. You're going to die and you're going nowhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But see, this is why, Christianity is so popular, because they believe that your consciousness lives on past the body because Jesus did it.
Like the soul. Yeah.
Yeah, like the soul.
Yeah.
Because what is the soul if not consciousness? Your ability to become aware of something.
Okay.
But here's the trick.
Uh-huh.
Everything in the universe is aware of something.
Oh. Okay.
The dog's totally conscious.
Yeah.
The plants are conscious, but on a different level.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, the universe is made up of consciousness
Yeah.
to that degree. But it's like, yeah, you are unique. Your brain creates a unique representation of consciousness.
Mm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So enjoy your experience while it lasts.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you're fearing loss, you're like, oh, but like if I die, then where does it all go? Yeah, your brain's the one telling you that you should fear dying and all that. Do you think the animal fears its own death? It doesn't think about reincarnation. It's just living.
Mm-hmm.
Because it knows that it's part of the universe, as we are.
Yeah.
But we've separated ourselves from the universe.
Okay.
Thus, we think we have something to lose. But how can you lose something that you've always been a part of?
Oh. Yeah.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like, no, I am the universe, though. Like, I'm made of the same chemicals. We only see separation visually.
Yeah.
But if we could see air, we'd realize that there's no separation between us. If we could only see through atoms, you wouldn't be able to differentiate. Right?
Yeah.
Because we're all atoms.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't be afraid of leaving something you can never leave. Damn, it's so ominous when you talk about stuff like this, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, people hate to hear that stuff. That's why we create, like, life after death through Jesus. And that's why it's the most popular, Christianity's so popular right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to go to heaven or hell, bro? You know what? Hold on.
Mm.
Is just an analogy. So people try to be ultra conscious, right? So we start off with this consciousness of death,
Yeah.
right? We're like, oh, heaven, like we're gonna die,
Mm-hmm.
and then we created this thing called religion, where it's like, oh, you can go life after death, but there's heaven and hell, and then people try to be super conscious, and they're like, no, that's an allegory of heaven and hell are already here on earth. But then you have to be super, super conscious and realize, no, it wasn't an allegory. He was literally trying to make you believe in heaven and hell.
Yeah.
Right? But then why?
Yeah, we're just trying to like change up the meanings
We're trying to change the meaning because if
it's
you look
not
at the original
matching
meaning,
reality.
yeah. But if you look at the original meaning,
Yeah.
it's like no. He was trying to use that as a tool. People still want to believe in religion as a
Mhm.
valid source,
Yeah.
so they'll use anything to make it valid.
Okay.
It's like no, but we know that there is no heaven and hell. It's not real. Scientists will say, but then the scientist still wants to believe in it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's an innate feeling, right? He's like,
Uh-huh.
oh, like I grew up with this, I should still believe it. So no, it's not literal truth, it's an allegory.
Yeah.
But then even that is your cognitive dissonance to just not let it go. Why can't we just be like, no, it's wrong, let it go?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. True.
it's true heaven and hell is a perspective, sure, but he never said that.
Yeah.
You have to look at what he literally said.
Right.
You know when people are like, oh, you have to read the Bible as an allegory?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's you trying to make this thing still useful
Yeah.
in today's age. But why can't we just move past it and look at things that are more effective, more honest?
True.
Yeah, all right. That was my final thing, and that's what we're gonna leave you with while I go to one of the most religious places on earth, Philippines. Very Catholic there.
Cool.
And then,
I mean,
yeah.
it's all over the world, right? Even India too.
What, Catholicism?
No, Hinduism.
No, but I'm speaking about
No, I mean no, it's quite religious there too.
about the Bible. I'm talking about the Bible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically the Bible.
Specifically that,
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
But if you look at it, they were a Spanish colony, and who's the one who believed in Catholicism and spread it? Spain.
That's what I was saying.
So-
Like, that's why I don't get it. It's not really your religion.
It's not
somebody else.
It's not indigenous to the region,
Yeah.
And if you also read it, it's about the Israelites, not about Filipinos. So,
Right.
yeah.
Interesting world.
Very interesting world. Built on fear.
Hmm.
But that's why I like the Taoist approach, because the Taoist knows that it's all. If that made sense. I know it made sense to me, but you know what I'm saying? It's all true and false, because you're making it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Till next time. See you guys in 4 weeks. 4 weeks. But till then,
We'll have
watch
like
some
GTA in
rolls.
between, right?
Yeah, I'll set them up
Yeah.
as like releases and stuff. But yeah,
Cool.
check
Yes.
out GTA. Check out past episodes, and follow us
Yeah.
along the journey. Take it easy.
Yes.
Bye.
Peace.